NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
Salut.
We'll see Davis Mills and the Houston Texans taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Pulls it in at the 13. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Mills throw there, taken in by Dorsett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 14 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. 21 yards there on third down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mills now. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback, now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. High throw, but the catch is made. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Kamu Grugier-Hill getting in there and taking him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it fourth down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Mills now from the 50. Dorsett's got it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Mills. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. A give right side now to Hunt. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Mills. This to Jarwin. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mills. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The Eagles sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well, really well. And winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. On the slant, he's got Sanders. Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders from 17 yards out. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Davis Mills and his Texans offense get set for another possession. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate, the receivers catch it, the ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll go option to the short side. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, Hurts. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Going for it with Sanders. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Hurts. Flush to his, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have moved out in front. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10.
Ça va être trop vite.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got us.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
It's a phrase that sounds really cool, strip sack, but all we're talking about is getting to the guy, getting to the passer, making the tackle, making the play, but do a little bit extra, right? Stripping the ball out, working the arm free. That's become a big emphasis for all defenders.
Yeah, and as a defender with the emphasis, this is something that's practiced.
Practiced all the time. Taking the ball away, creating turnovers, that's really job one for any defense because that's how you win in today's NFL.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding them to no gain.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle.
Yes,
it's
first
Watkins.
down.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Houston set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mills. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Working out of the gun, Mills. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
That's complete. It's Collins. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, Any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you gotta like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Eagles and Texans, polar opposites last year in terms of running the football. The Eagles were number 1 in the league. The Texans, 32nd, dead last. And in fact, the Eagles ran for nearly twice as many yards as the Texans did in 2021. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep, Chester Rogers. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Mills on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mills on 3rd and 2. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he's going to have a Texans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Here's Mills. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mills to throw it. Another one caught by Collins. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
First down, Mills. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Looking to throw is Mills. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Il
That's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a 5-point game.
Aïe, aïe.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith.
Yes.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Hurts, quick slant here to Smith. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit, because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Once again with Sanders, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mills, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Going underneath, complete to Jarwin, and he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it will be Eagles football 1st and 10. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 126 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Texans are right back in this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 24, Mills. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Texans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And Hunt is not going to get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 15. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And Sanders with a carry on 1st down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Houston's offense taking over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mills. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mills. This to Jarwin. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mills now from the 50. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Javon Hargrave's 2nd year in Philadelphia brought the returns the Eagles were hoping for. Made his first Pro Bowl with 7.5 sacks and really meshed well with the other pass rushers along the team's front line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mills, Cooks on the quick slant. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Colombie, il me reste 3 minutes. Il me reste 3 minutes.
The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fast footwork by Sanders, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Hurts sets up to throw it. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt, but that won't do much good as he is tackled at his own 7. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 40. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Here's Mills. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mills back to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing it.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by
Yes.
And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot to speak of there, as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Philadelphia, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week as they will take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for Houston, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
Eh ben, bonne partie pareille. Hein? Fait que plus tard dans la journée, je vais faire ma course en Australie. En tout cas, fait que là-dessus, je vous dis merci beaucoup. À la prochaine. Bye bye. On va y aller pour ma 3e game, ma 4e game pré-saison.